So we're in cabin A. Let's have a little look around. Cabin A. Secret project. So I've got the ice cave over there that I need to go investigate. I need a weapon for that. But just down here is another cave, which it's probably got another horrible wolf inside it. What I need is another gun. So I'm going to drive up the road into... Or maybe I should just go investigate Blaze. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Ooh. Aha, my... Hold on. That's convenient. Hold your horses. I left the skidoo over here, but it's just appeared next to me. Does that happen when I save the game? Does it? It looks like the skidoo appears here. That's cool. Well, maybe I should take this... Oh, hold on. The music stopped. That normally means something's happening around me. No? Okay. Right, let's double check again. Right, so we've got the skidoo. I might take the skidoo and quickly go to the cave then. Seeing as we're here. Let's do it. Oh, I can't look at the map. Damn. Okay, sorry guys. Let me just double check the map where I'm going. Right, I'm facing... Controls. Right, there we go. Right, I'm facing that way. Yeah, so onto the road, down the road, past the general store, towards LeChance's house, down past the river. I think I can work that out. Right. Okay, let's take this skidoo and drive down there. So it seems like the skidoo... It seems like the skidoo appears next to where I spawn, even though I left it over the other side of the... Whee! Okay. Okay, so I think I can go down here. Whoa, okay, let's see if I can drive over this. Yep, I can. Can I drive through here? Yes, it seems like I can. Should we heat up near... Can I get heat whilst on the skidoo? Yes! Well, that's useful. Perfect. Right, I'm quite warm actually. It's that nice warm jacket of Rosette's. Right. It's got a shaky kind of camera though, isn't it?
Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their
I think the cave is this way.
and he didn't like to miss out.
Whoa, there's the icy river. Cave should just be down here. There's the river. Oh, hello. Aha, do you know what this might be? This might be our little treasure box. Yes, it is. Treasure maps. Oh, it's treasure map 6. Right, so the petrol station. Okay. And what else was in there? Some fire starters, that's alright. Because we've got 2 treasure maps now. Right, let's have a look where we are. So a bit further to the right and the south. Let's continue. Whoa. No, I can't get through all of that horrible bush. Can I go this way? I think I might have to cross the river. I'm making a right mess here. Okay. There was a bridge just back here. Can I take the skidoo across the bridge? Yeah, sort of. In a very messy way. Right. No, I think we're... well, we're loading, that's for sure. Hello, hello, what is all this over here? Chopped down wood circle. Oh, more of these sort of totems. That's cool. The cave should be down this way. Let's get off here and have a little look, shall we? Oh, just messing around. I need to go quite further south. Get on. Right. So is this down here? I feel like I'm being shepherded to the left and that I won't be able to turn. Yeah, I think so. I think I needed to come into a different part of the map. Come in through a different part of the map for the cave. Still, let's go for a little ride through the trees. Woodlots. This is another area that we haven't seen before. Okay, what have we got here? We haven't seen this one, have we? And the footprints are going this way. Let's take a picture. The footprints are going off in that direction. What are these things? Right, back onto the skidoo. Let's follow the footprints, or the paw prints, I should say. I think this might be... hold on, if I come round in a full circle... is this hut B? I think it might be. Yeah, it is. Blast. I've already been here. Well, we've been here. Right, never mind. Okay, let's get back on the road. Whoa, whoa. So yeah, I got kind of shepherded off towards the east of the map there, so I couldn't continue down to look at the cave, which is I'm kind of glad about, because I didn't really have a weapon anyway to go in there. There's my truck. What we're going to do is after all of that, we're going to jump off the skidoo, get back in the truck, and go and look at Blaze's house, whoever that is. Right, that skidoo made me feel a little bit queasy. It was kind of weird to control. Right. Okay, so just up here, to the left, is... whoa. Here we go, here's a house. I don't think I've come across this name yet in the game. I don't know who they are and how they fit into the whole storyline. Blaze house. Right. I do like to park so that I can get away quickly, you know, that's quite important. Right, before we go investigating around, let's...
A wintry atmosphere surrounded the house. The soundlessness of the area suggested it was empty.
A wintry atmosphere surrounds every single house we've been to,
When
so...
finding a boot, one wonders what became of the foot.
That is not what I wonder when I find a boot. I find boots all the time. Absolute madman, this narrator. He's insane. It's just a boot outside the front door, isn't it? If you got boots that are dirty, you leave them on the outside of the house. Well, all the lights are on, and let's shut the door. The phone's probably down, isn't it? Oh, as usual. What's that down there? This furniture has been moved several times. Yes, it has. And there is a letter underneath. Can I get to that? Can I push this? There we go. I needed to push it. I couldn't reach underneath, you see. Notes from Martin Blaze. My sweet Marie, please excuse my handwriting. I'm in a hurry. I have to leave for North Manistan with Mum and Miss Roy. At Mrs. Roy. As they say, it's far too dangerous around here these days. I don't know much about what's going on, but because Mum won't tell me anything in an attempt to reassure me. But all I know is she has the exact same expression on her face as when I startle her. Dad and Mr. Roy aren't coming because they have gone to get Mr. Lachance. They're real heroes. My grandmother lives in a very big house in North Manistan. You would be welcome there. I must go now. Quite literally. Your friend, Martin. Ah, this is, Martin was, the guy that Marie was sort of really in love with. So Martin Blaze lives here, right?
The key, which seemed to be meant for a padlock, bore an inscription reading Cloutier et Fils. A company name. Better keep an eye open. Businesses weren't exactly numerous around these parts.
Okay, I will keep an eye open. Attach wire. Ooh, one-wired magnet. That's what I've been trying to make all this time. Right, inspect. Someone ran out of time packing his luggage. He did, didn't he? It looks like the embers are glowing. Interesting.
Money in a jar. What a shame. Carl would have loved cookies.
Would he now? Jesus, this... What's that picture of, by the way? Oh, that's the family... I can't remember their name now. I've forgotten, but that's the other family, isn't it? Marie's family, is it? Cigarettes. I like nothing more than cigarettes, right? Okay, it's interesting. Oh, there's a picture here of... What does that say? Canny... I can't reread it. There's a balled up bit of newspaper down there. Fill up bottle. I've got a lot of filled up bottles. I don't really need that many, I don't think. Aha!
A pay stub for some undoubtedly harsh lumberjack work. Alexandre Blais felled trees and chopped woods for Cloutier et Fils.
Blais. It's pronounced, not Blaze. Okay, so he... Alex, I guess the dad of the house. He... There's another cross above the door. They're very religious people around here, aren't they? Up in northern Quebec. Right. Ooh, steak. Excellent. I quite like steak because I can throw it at wolves. It doesn't hurt them exactly. It just... right, what we got here?
The picture had been taken inside the house. It was the same wallpaper.
That was a good spot.
Judging by the smiles, nobody suspected the impending misfortunes.
What, you mean that a spirit would appear in Manistan and start killing everybody, like freezing everybody in ice? I don't think anyone would have suspected that. So Martin's the little specky dude at the front, and then actually his dad's also got specs. The mum's looking off into the distance over to her left. So Martin and Marie were good sort of friends.
Little Martin Blais with a family member. There was some resemblance between them, and Carl took note of the sense of bonding and pride they projected.
I do take note. Okay, so there's cards everywhere, stubbed out cigarettes. There's lots of games everywhere. There's dominoes over in that drawer, weren't there? What have we got here? The Spirograph. Ah, yes. Classic
The Spirograph amused Carl. It was a nice modern toy, aside from being repetitive by nature and completely useless. Still, it found its way into many Quebecois
homes. Yeah. I think I had one of those when I was younger. Right, what's going on in here? It's a bit scary, isn't it? Dark and scary in there. Right, we'll not do that room. We'll go into here first. Yeah, eerie. Can I turn the light on? The bulb is burned out. Right, that's alright. What can I loot? Firelighters, fire starters. Twisted fire starters. Why? Ooh. A burned out bulb and a smashed mirror. What does that mean? Towels. Towels. And can't get towards it because of cupboard. But painkillers, nice. Right. So everyone's fleeing. I've barely seen anybody. And who have we got on the floor here? That's Rolling Stones. Yeah, Let It Bleed. They got 2 copies. How about that? Beatles. Is that Paul Simon? I can't really see the top. Oh no, it's Joe Das something. Don't know who that is. Right. These look like hockey cards. So that was what's over on the thing. So Martin must have collected hockey cards. There's the mum looking off into space again. Gormless, a little bit gormless. Okay, hockey sticks in the corner. Here we go. Toy car. I have a new journal entry. Interesting. More clothes. Aha! Louise's diary. I'm happy to read this one. I didn't read one in the other house for some weird reason. Some kind of idea of privacy, but apparently I can read this one. Right, I fear the worst for Alexandra. He hardly gets any sleep. I thought it was the word, but it seems to be far worse than that. From dusk till dawn he stares into the void. Louise, have you seen any photographs of you? You're staring into the void all the time. He barely speaks to me. His son asked him. His son? Oh, is Louise not the mother of mine? His son asked him to play the ball, and he didn't say a word. Play the... And that way he has to glance at the window. Last night I heard him mumble in sleep. He's coming, he murmured. I don't know why, but those words left a deep impression on me. He woke up shortly after, covered in sweat. He couldn't remember his dream, obviously. He didn't go back to sleep after that, chain smoking the night way over the window. He told me to pack my things this morning. I wonder why. Does he himself know? We're waiting, but for what? I think I feel dread. Next page. Yeah, okay, I'm trying to change. I think it's just one page. Right, interesting. Let's put that in our backpack for future reference. Oh, that's an interesting picture of a snow and some kind of creature. There are quite a lot of these pictures of sort of like a black shape, barely seen. In a few of the other houses it looks like a bear, but perhaps it's something else. So yeah, so they did kind of rush off, didn't they? Look, it's only the tormented minds smoke in bed. Only the tormented minds. Okay, so this is little Martin's room. Why is there an open window
A
here?
window left open in that weather? Perhaps something had to be watched.
Yes, if only windows were clear, so that you could keep them closed and look through them. Oh my lord, what was that? That was loud enough to scare me and make sure that I heard it. Oh cripes, it's a wolf. I haven't got any weapons. He's eating a bit of meat. What have I got here? Equipment. I've got a hatchet. Should we use a hatchet? Shall I just leave it for a moment? That actually made me jump. Okay, the TV's on. I've turned it off. This is dark. In the dark, it's recommended to use a flashlight or lantern. That's good advice. More cards. Drawings of a dark creature with blue eyes, Le Monstre. It looks like Martin might have spotted the monster walking around with the wolves. Socks. Impossible creation from mechanical drawing toy. Right. What's about?
The sheets were in such a way that indicated a rude awakening, followed by a hurried escape. What had happened here?
Well, it looks like they left in a hurry, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm basically... Oh, unless I can climb out of the window and avoid the... Can I climb out of the window?
A window
No.
left open in that weather? Perhaps something had to be watched.
Right, little wolf. Shall I just try and hatchet it, or what am I going to do here? Because I've got another bit of steak, and he's kind of preoccupied with steak. Unless I can just run for it. Oh no, he's scarpering. That's okay. That worked out alright. So they're kind of not that brave in the house. Also, he shut the bathroom door. Weird. I don't think I can throw stuff. Quite nice to be able to throw the hatchet, to be honest. Everyone's got deck chairs, haven't they? It's kind of bizarre. It must be really nice here in the summer. Or... Carl's inventory is full. To be honest, that wolf did make me jump. Ah, hold on. Unlock. Didn't Marie say? Yes, Marie did say.
A key. What could it be for?
Perhaps this
The
very
dining
door?
shed?
Yes, that's
Carl couldn't reach it
convenient.
with his arm alone, but he had more than a few tricks up his sleeve to pick it up.
Ah, okay, okay. It all kind of... Sorry, it all... That was badly... I'll explain what happened there. When I got the magnet on the end of the wire, I obviously, which I did earlier, I obviously used that to get the key out. I remember Marie saying in her diary that someone had dropped the key down a hole by the shed, which we found, and now we can actually open this shed. Yeah, not exactly the toughest puzzle in the world. Right, what's in here then? What's that? Vice? Flares, nice. Flares. Now, could I use those to scare wolves away? Hardware. I love a bit of hardware. Saddle for a bike. Must be very few times during the year when a bike is cyclable. And a chainsaw. The chainsaw doesn't work. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fire starters. I'm just stealing all these people's stuff. It's fine. Okay. The chainsaw doesn't work. Are you sure it doesn't work? Yeah, it does not work. Oh well. Well, that was interesting. Let's load some stuff into the back here. We can put our empty gas can, some beers. No, I keep a log out. That's quite useful. Empty bottle. No, I'll keep the empty bottle. That's fine. Okay, so we've done the Belay household. And up here, there is a walking trail which might be worth doing by Skidoo. So perhaps it's worth... Although saying that, if I save and come back in, it appears like the Skidoo might just apparate over to me, so that might make life easier. Now let's drive up the road a bit further and see what we can see, and then although maybe I should save now. This has been going on a while. I'm trying to keep the videos relatively short and watchable. Okay, let's save this video. So all that's really been learned is that... Hold on. Does that do anything? It just makes it nice and cozy in here. Unless it does something interesting with the light. No. Maybe I should shut their fridge. It's not very nice to leave it open. Oh, that was the wolf who opened it, wasn't it? Okay, we're going to save the video and continue northward, northward up here in the next. Hopefully the skidoo will apparate over here, and then I might skidoo up the hiking trail to the watchtower. And actually, it's quite a long way, after saying all that. I've still got the ice cave and that cave to investigate. Maybe I should do those before we go any further. But as I've said it 15 times, I would quite like to do it with a gun, so I can scare away the scary wolves that live in the ice cave, or the beast that's icing everybody. Regardless, I'll see you in the next video.